Okay, folks, this is Bubba again with you today. We're here in a rural old farming community, and this is known as Gough, Georgia, folks. Gough, Georgia is an old railroad town, and it's a sleepy community, but for the most part, it's a ghost town. There's only one store that I think is left remaining here, and this would be this store right here, Mama. And is it even open now?
Nope.
This is Gough, Georgia, folks. There's an old restaurant here, Annie's Kitchen, and I think they still up and running. There's people that still live here, but for the most part, the days of this town have been long gone. And I'm going to go over here on the back streets back here in a minute and catch a lot of the old businesses when this was a railroad town and everything was still up and running. Did you see there's a lot of houses here that are empty? And right down through there, whoa, stop, Mom. Right down through there is where the railroad used to run. Now, Mama, some history. This road runs from Keysville
To Louisville.
to Louisville, and it runs through towns like Vidette, Rozier, and there's been another little town down there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Started with an M, wasn't it?
Modoc?
No, it wasn't Modoc. Modoc's the South
one
line.
is.
But anyway, this is the railroad line that serviced all these little towns down through there, and all of them, Rozier and Vidette, basically, they're ghost towns too.
There ain't nothing left of Rozier.
And there's another old store. Ooh, Mom. And this old abandoned trailer out there, and old abandoned buildings. There's a old granary, and granary still looks in good shape. Let's stop right here. And this is a Masonic Hall for those that are like some Mason organization. It still looks like they still might be having services there, or religious, or whatever they be doing at a Mason lodge. But here we got, and look at that, all out in there, all them drones. These two, slow down, Mama, slow down. You see all these empty buildings here. Stop right here. You see that old store over there? Done falling in. Take a walk right here. Get out there and catch this whole area right here. Now this is on this side of the railroad tracks here in this old town. This is the old store that used to exist down through here. And a lot of this falling apart, folks, hasn't really been that long ago. You can tell at one time this was old enterprising and busy little old town. There's another building there, used to exist. And these old metal buildings I used to like, they go back years and years and years, all the way back to the 40s. I like to call them old like airplane hangars type deal. Though originally comes from the military use. Come on down through here, and there's another where another foundation of another building used to be. There's some folks that still live here, folks, and such. So give you another shot of this area right here. This is still downtown Gough. Now, if you look on a map and everything, excuse me, of this town, it's spelled Gough, but people, if you had to spell it out, it would be like Goff. It's pronounced Gough. I've heard this town called Gough, Go, and such like that. Now we're just in the areas of the woods and everything. I'm gonna go back up here on Phillips Street, see what we got right here on this corner. There's an old trailer in there, covered up by the weeds. There's the old house there. It's empty. Yeah, folks, this town has done seen its better days. Done seen its better days a long time ago. People done got equipment out there. Another side of that old granary up there. And we're gonna slow down here in just a second. We're gonna cut to the right. Another picture of downtown area. That truck's got you blocked. You can't even get down that way. But just come to a stop. And if you can see down there, just on the other side of that truck there that's blocking the highway, there used to be like 3 stores back in the 90s on the right hand side right there that used to sit, but they've been torn down at least over a decade now. And what we're going to do, get on down here. Alright, stop here, mama. And there's a view of where the railroad, right down through there is where the railroad used to run. Right straight down through there. All the way down over there to St. Clair, from St. Clair over to Keysville and on further down. Mama, let's hang a left and go down a little further.
I smell fish.
Yeah, I do smell fish, don't you? You got the nose of a cat. Ooh, and it's stinky too. And such. Going past the next exit, and we never did find the schoolhouse, did we? But going down to the next exit and hang a left. And as you can see, there's still houses that are a little occupied amongst the ones that are not. Right here. There's another house that's empty. Another house that's empty. For the most part, and here's the, right here. There's again, right down through there, where the railroad used to run. And back up through that way, up through that grass, was the center line, fall line for the railroad. And go back up that road. And right here is the old, now on the history of it, that's the old church or a mortuary, I'm not sure. But all the way down through here, that's where another house used to stand. Another old house that's fallen in. As you can see, folks, this is the ghost town of Gough, Georgia. And for the most part, a lot of these buildings here that used to be here, a lot of them are falling in. And I'm just documenting the history of this ghost town. Folks, if you enjoyed this ghost town and everything, hit the like button down below and leave a comment. If you enjoyed it a whole lot, then share it. And please subscribe to the Jewish Redneck Prepper. Until the next time, this is old Bubba saying so long and shalom. God bless.